Good afternoon and welcome to Purdue University and the CERIAS Computer Security Seminar. Our speaker today is Umut Topkara, PhD candidate in the Computer Science Department here at Purdue. He has worked on a variety of problems in information security ranging from covert communication to today's talk. In a past life, during his master's at Bilkent and a stint at Carnegie Mellon, he worked on language models for speech recognition. He also holds a bachelor's from Bilkent. His topic today is passwords decay, words endure towards a secure and reusable multiple password mnemonics. Umut.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Umut Topkara. Today I'm going to talk about our work on making password authentication more usable by using mnemonics. My collaborators in this work was Marjan Topkara, Mike Atalla, and Sundar Jayaraman. Here, we're concerned about a user and how he authenticates, or he or she authenticates himself to a computer system. In this case, our user has chosen a password Dusty99. Well, we all know that this is not a good password. Ideally, a good password should be a random string that is consisting of lowercase and uppercase characters. It should have numbers and symbols in it. But on the other hand, such passwords are very hard to remember. And it's even harder to remember 2 of these passwords. And let's not even talk about when you have to remember 10 of these passwords. So, what do we do in this case? We know that 50% of the users who have to use random passwords actually write down their passwords. And some of them forget about forget about having to remember random passwords. I'm just going to use something that I can remember rather than something random. Fortunately, there are other ways to authenticate yourself. Passwords are only one of them, and they're something you know. They should be an authentication based on something you know. You could authenticate yourself based on something you have, which is the case when you use a smart card or a secure ID token. Or you could authenticate by something you are, which is the case when you use your fingerprint to authenticate yourself. There are also alternate solutions within the password realm. For instance, graphical passwords is an example to that. Or you could also use a browser plugin that securely stores your passwords. The problem is that alternative authentication methods and this kind of alternative solutions to passwords either require a change to the infrastructure, or they require a trusted computing power in the case of browser plugins. So you cannot just take all your password-based systems and apply one of these. So the solution that we're looking for is within the realm of text passwords themselves. So let's look at closer to the text passwords. Passwords are a type of unilateral authentication. That is, you authenticate yourself to the server as opposed to both of you authenticating each other authenticating yourselves to each other. The security is based on a shared secret between you and the system, which is most of the time like 6 to 10 character string, or it could be a 4-digit number in the case of PIN numbers to the ATMs. And ideally, so what happens at each authentication session, you first present a claim that you say, okay, I am the owner of this login, I'm the rightful owner of this login, and you present the password as an evidence to this claim. And as we all know, passwords are the most widely used authentication method for computer systems. Of course, in daily life, you use your ID cards, or you recognize people by face, or maybe voice. The security of passwords depend on several factors. First and foremost, it's the confidentiality of the passwords that makes it secure. A password should be only known by the rightful owner of it. You shouldn't write it down so that it can be read by others, or you shouldn't use it as a password in another system, or you shouldn't tell it to anybody else. And also, the security also depends on the complexity of the password. If your password is easy to guess, it can no longer guarantee that knowledge of the password will be a proof that the person who presents the password is the rightful owner of the login. You can also provide security of password authentication by enforcing rules on the usage of them. For instance, you can say, well, you have to change your password every day, which is going to immediately increase the security provided by that password, if you can use it, of course. And also, the security of password depends on the context that you use it. If you type your password just right by somebody else that you don't know, and they can see the password, that password is no longer secure. It's already been compromised and can be used by somebody else. And also, the software and the hardware that you use along with the password authentication affects the security provided by the passwords. Now let's talk about the attacks by the adversaries to password authentication. The easiest one would be stealing and spying. It is if you have written your password on a piece of paper and you left it on your desk, or you wrote your passwords on a computer file and you save them to a directory that you think it's hard to reach. Or if there are systems that save your passwords into cookies, then you're in trouble. Actually, somebody coming to your desk when you don't have the computer locked or you're still logged in can go in and find out that file and read and learn your passwords, or they can go through your drawer and find out the piece of paper that have all your passwords. Well, another method that the attackers use to gain your passwords is social engineering. What they do is they just ask you to tell your passwords, and surprisingly, a lot of people actually tell their passwords, or would help people that are asking for help, to get access to a computer system. So obviously, the attacker here uses social pressure or professional pressure, and actually, this is one of the methods that are used in audit processes by